What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV, and today we are going to cover the fielding stream, the feature premiere that dropped on Thursday. If you didn't have a chance to watch it, I'm going to give you all the information in a bite-sized format that you need to know. I think we'll start off as well with the legend reveal itself. Legend reveal is going to be Grady Sizemore. As you can see right there, Grady Sizemore is going to be in the game. It's gonna make Fuzzy really happy because that's his guy. It's literally the name of his cat, so he's gonna be pumped about that. Cool to see Grady Sizemore get released. So we've had Alfonso Soriano and Grady Sizemore. Okay, so the first thing that I thought was really cool in this was the catcher pop time. The catcher pop time, basically every catcher, you know, they got that metric where the catcher catches the ball, gets his feet ready to throw, and throws it down to second base. And they're saying if you have one that's under 2 seconds, that's like a legit, you know, you're like a top tier type of catcher. And so the arm strength will still be a factor, but I love this catcher pop time thing. That actually is something that was a really good idea to add to this game, just to be able to differentiate, you know, catchers having their pop time and being able to throw out runners more efficiently. I would imagine, without looking at the stats, someone like Pudge now, instead of being kind of like everybody else, would have like that crazy pop time. And there's a 1.73 second pop time right there, and you can see it in that graphic in the top left as well. Here's like a slower one from the Brewers catcher that it looked like, but JT's is like crazy. He's got the crazy pop time. I would imagine like whatever like Yadier Molina would have would be insane too. So they talk about this new route home run indicator. Once you see that green light, the top green light light up, that's when you're gonna want to hit the button. And another really cool thing that they added, we're gonna see here in a second in this clip. So first of all, I mean, run to the wall, run to the wall. You see 1, 2, 3, hit it. It's always gonna be at different times. But another really cool thing they added this year is now, instead of just going straight up with your glove, you can actually reach over the wall at an angle. So watch his glove kind of go up over the wall at an angle. So instead of straight up and down, his arm goes to the side like this, and he's able to reach over and make the catch. That's like one of the new animations that they put in the game. Really slick, really awesome. Love it. So one thing that's going to be big this year in fielding is there's going to be a lot more on-field indications. You can see that red line there that tells you like the perfect route to run. So you run the right route and you get in position to make the catch. There's just going to be a lot more on-field indicators of where to go when you are fielding. And it's going to be on in casual play, but these are options that you can toggle on and off. And I would probably suggest like having them on. I mean, why not have them on, have more information on how to make the catches better and how to play better defense. So I know a lot of people are, you know, we know a lot about the fundamentals of baseball, but if you're just kind of getting into the game as like a casual fan, or you want more information, I think I'll probably turn this stuff on, because it's just going to help me take better routes to the ball and make better plays. So they captured tons and tons of new animations to catch the ball at different angles too. They said they recorded like tons and tons of different catches. So it's just going to give you more options to make plays. So if the ball's hit in different directions, you should be able to get your glove up a lot easier. It's kind of what I get from this. That's a beautiful indicator right there. Let's go back and review that clip. See that yellow line? That's right where you dive, and just more indicators. So you have that yellow line to dive, that white line for you to get back behind to make a throw back to the infield. And just overall, it should make fielding a little bit more easy and intuitive. You can see right there in that clip also, it's going to tell you which base that they think you should throw to based on where the base runner is. So you can do that. You're also going to notice that the throw meter is different too. They got rid of the red throws. It's just green and kind of that orangish yellow color. So if you don't get it in the green, you're supposed to get punished more often. And I think a lot of people have kind of adapted to that. So the yellow, there is no more red. It's just green and yellow, which I do like. So if I get a green throw, I'm going to get a good one. If I'm outside the green, it's going to be in that yellow range. And the yellow range is going to have a more more of an influence on throwing a bad throw. We don't see a lot of bad throws, and they probably should see more bad throws based on bad input. So I do like that, without it being too crazy, but it's probably too, I don't know, if you still have the skill to get it in the green every time, that's great. If there's a little bit of effort that needs to be put into not, or if you do hit it in the yellow, because I feel like it's so easy to hit it in the green, if you do hit it in the yellow, it's going to cause a little bit more problems, which kind of leads to a little bit more variation in the game, instead of like, oh, I hit it on the ground and now I'm going to be out. If you take this route with your guy and for whatever reason you don't make the play, the second baseman will kind of come over and help you get the ball, and we'll start to get into the play there. So see, you didn't take the right route, but that the second baseman had IQ and went and got the ball. Here's another instance where these catches should be better. I think these have been kind of an issue that doesn't get talked about a lot. These bloops, these Texas leaguers, as they talked about, like where you're going back on the infield to make the play, that's a completely different indicator, and those look like completely different catch animations that they haven't had in the past, and they also look really, really smooth. So that should be nice. A lot of those times you kind of like it would just drop like right over your glove. Tatis obviously has like a fantastic glove, so it's like a high level defensive shortstop as we look at these clips, compared to maybe somebody that doesn't have as much defense, but it looks really, really nice. And I like this a lot for the infielder catches. Just they had to record all the different catches to be able to play out those animations in the game, so looks pretty sweet. The last thing I want to go over was they did have an extended Q&A with hitting and pitching that dropped yesterday. If you missed that or missed this, we can just go over it real quickly. It was mentioned at the end of the stream that improvement work went into bunting this year. Can you elaborate as to what improvements, changes were implemented this year? We made improvements to sacrifice and drag bunt specifically. Repeated drag bunt attempts become less effective as the defense becomes more alert and you lose the surprise factor. So this is pretty good. This is actually real good. So let me give you a little bit of history. There's a time, especially like MLB 16-ish, where bunting was just so overpowered. Now what they did is they made it so you almost couldn't like bunt for a hit at all, because it was so bad that they had to drastically swing the other way. When you look at something like this is probably like the happy medium. So a guy that can bunt, but if you just want to sit there and spam